lecture series of computer-aided manufacturing. I am Neha Joshi, Assistant Professor in Mechanical Engineering Department at LJ Institute of Engineering and Technology. Let's start our fifth chapter, that is Flexible Manufacturing System. In previous session, we covered what is flexible manufacturing system, elements of flexible manufacturing system, objective of FMS and type of FMS. In today's session, we will cover different topics like advantages of flexible manufacturing system, limitation of flexible manufacturing system, then application of flexible manufacturing system, and workpiece handling in flexible manufacturing system. Now, student, we will discuss advantages of flexible manufacturing system. Now, first advantage of flexible manufacturing system is increased machine utilization. FMS achieve higher utilization of machine than conventional batch production system due to the reasons continuous operation for 24 hours per day, automatic tool changing, automatic loading and unloading, and automatic material handling. Second advantage is lesser number of machines required. Due to higher machine utilization, lesser number of machines are required in flexible manufacturing system. The next advantage is reduction in floor space requirement. As compared to conventional batch production layout, FMS require less floor area. The next advantage is greater flexibility. Now, flexible manufacturing system is more flexible and responsive to change in product design, production schedule and batch size. The next advantage of flexible manufacturing system is reduction in inventory. As the different parts are processed together rather than separately in batches, the work in process is less than that in the conventional batch production system. Therefore, in flexible manufacturing system, the inventory requirement is less. The next advantage is lower manufacturing lead time. Reduction in working process time reduce manufacturing lead time. Therefore, with the FMS, customer delivers are fast. Next advantage is reduce labor requirement in FMS. The reliance on the labor is less and it reduces the labor requirement. The next advantage is better product quality and productivity. The flexible manufacturing result in improved product quality as well as productivity. And the last advantage is extended period production. The high level of automation in flexible manufacturing system allows it to operate for extended periods of time without the human attentions. So these are the advantages of flexible manufacturing system. Now, what are the limitations of flexible manufacturing system? So, first limitation is high initial cost. FMM require high initial investment. The next limitation is high maintenance cost. In flexible manufacturing system, the equipment, machines are highly specialized in nature. Hence, highly skilled manpower is required for maintenance. This increases the maintenance cost. And last limitation is work unemployment. FMS reduce manpower requirement. Okay, so this lead to unemployment problems. Now, what are the application of flexible manufacturing system? Now, here in this diagram, you can see four type of production system can be distinguished in terms of production quality and product variety, as you can see here in the diagram. Now, that are continuous flow type production, which is suitable for producing large quantities of a fixed product. Second one is mass production, in which transfer lines are used. Third one is for batch production, in which flexible manufacturing system is used. And last one is job production, for which stand-alone machines, including CNC machines, are used. Okay. So, the stand-alone machines, including CNC machines, are highly flexible and most suitable for large product varieties. They are not suitable for large production quantity. The transfer line are highly efficient in producing large quantities of a fixed product. They are highly inflexible and cannot handle a large product variety. So there is a large gap between the areas of functioning of standalone machines and transfer line. This gap is bridged by flexible manufacturing system. The flexible manufacturing system is most suitable for product of medium quantity and medium variety. So flexible manufacturing system is generally used for batch production for medium quantity and medium product variety. Now we will discuss planning and implementation of flexible manufacturing system. Some of the important factors to be considered while planning for the FMS. We will discuss all the factors one by one. The first factor is volume of production. Now it is necessary to study the demand for the product. If the demand is not in the mid-volume range, the FMS is not the solution. The next factor is human resources. FMS requires high skill but reduced manpower. Therefore, while planning for flexible manufacturing system, it is necessary to take it into the account. The unemployment problem arising due to the implementation of FMS and the training requirement of the manpower while we are implementing the FMS. The next factor is number of machines. The number of machines are decided by the production. The FMS is cost effective if the machine requirements required in the flexible manufacturing system are at least 4 to 6. The next factor is layout of machines. The layout of machines in the flexible manufacturing system should be based on the workflow. The next factor is shape of work parts. The types of machines in FMS is decided based on the shape of work parts. If the parts are circular, turning centers are used in FMS. If the work parts are flat, then milling centers are preferred in the flexible manufacturing system. So it's the most important factor. Next factor is accuracy of work parts. The selection of machines in FMS depends upon the required accuracy of the work part. And last one is part family. The grouping of the part into families is one of the most important factors in effective implementation of flexible manufacturing system. Now we will discuss workpiece fixturing in FMS. Generally, there are two methods of workpiece location that are used in FMS. First one is pallet fixtures. Pallet fixture is a workpiece holding device designed to precisely locate and clamp the workpiece at successive workstation for carrying out the machining operation. And the second one is linear indexing. In this method, the parts are located as well as clamped on the transfer line and indexed from one workstation to another workstation. Now we will discuss workpiece handling in FMS, which is most important in flexible manufacturing system. Now the workpiece transfer mechanism moves the part between the workstation in FMS. The workpiece transfer mechanism are divided into two categories. First one is linear transfer mechanism. The linear transfer mechanism are used for workpiece transfer in inline layout. And the second one is rotary transfer mechanism. The rotary transfer mechanism is used for workpiece to transfer in a rotary layout. Now some example of linear transfer mechanism. The first one is chain conveyor. As you can see in this figure, chain conveyor is used to transfer the work part between the workstation. The chain is driven by the sprocket. The motion of the chain can be continuous or intermittent as per the requirement. The next linear transfer mechanism is belt conveyor and belt driven roller conveyors. The belt conveyor with a flexible steel belt is used to transfer the work part between the workstation. The belt is driven by the pulley as you can see in the diagram, and the belt driven roller conveyor. In a belt driven roller conveyor, the rollers are driven by a flat belt by moving below them. Now we will discuss a rotary transfer mechanism. Now, generally, rotary transfer mechanism is used for workpiece transfer in rotary layout. Example of the rotary transfer mechanism is Geneva mechanism, then Rankine pinion mechanism, CAM mechanism. Now we will discuss about the Geneva mechanism. Geneva mechanism is used for converting the constant rotary motion into the intermittent indexing motion. Geneva mechanism consists of driving crank mounted on the driving shaft and the Geneva wheel mounted on the driven shaft, as you can see in the diagram. The driving crank carries a driving pin. The locking disc is fixed to the driving crank. The Geneva wheel consists of disc with a number of radial slots. The slot usually 3, 4 or 6 as per the requirement. As the driving crank rotates, the driving pin engages in the slot in the Geneva wheel at some position, as you can see in the figure. During the subsequent rotation of the driving crank through some angle beta, the Geneva wheel in turn through 1/4 of the rotation. Finally, the driving pin disengages from the slot in the Geneva wheel at position 2. During the further part of the rotation of driving crank, the Geneva will remain stationary. Thus, the indexing of Geneva will take place only during the rotation of driving crank through the subangle, which is known as a beta. The locking disc is provided to lock the Geneva wheel when it is not being indexed. The cut is provided on the locking disc to ensure that there is no locking of the Geneva wheel during the indexing period. Thus, during one rotation of the driving crank, the Geneva wheel is indexed through 360 by n degrees, where the n is the number of radial slots in the Geneva wheel. So, the Geneva wheel is used for the rotary transfer mechanism in the flexible manufacturing system. Okay, so these are what about the flexible manufacturing system, how workpiece are handled in the flexible manufacturing system. Okay, so thank you for watching this video.